I've been scared to post videos and put myself out there. I've been scared to take this seriously. I've been scared to actually commit to everything that I'm doing. And it may not look like I'm not scared, but at the same time, I am. I don't know why. I don't know why I have this fear in speaking out and sharing my true intentions and sharing my knowledge with you guys. I don't know why. But I'm going to combat that fear, and no longer will I allow myself to be held back and stop myself from enhancing my own future self, from enhancing my current version into who I want to become in the future. And that future looks different than what I'm currently doing now. That future looks like a Web3 company focus on helping new people onboarding themselves into this space, helping new people understand the differences between hardware wallets, helping new people understand how to transact and navigate through the blockchain, how to set up and create your own NFT project, and how you can do this and begin to implement this new technology into your current business. We're going to go over a lot from now on, and we're going to do it slowly and in small steps. But the first thing I ask for anyone that's here watching this video with me is to check out our website. It's w3mct.com. This website is my home base, and I want you guys comfortable with coming and checking the website each and every day, or at least once a week. And the reason why you would want to come check out the website is not just for the free newsletter QR code or the affiliate links when it comes to real estate or purchasing hardware wallets. It's not for the free webinars that I will post on a quarterly basis that everyone can watch. Because this webinar, Step into the Future, is a fantastic webinar that goes into a massive amount of detail of how you can use real estate to really start building your financial future. You will also have access to information that will help you understand this new technology. And one of the areas that blockchain really has changed the way people can put their capital to work is this thing called DeFi, decentralized finance. And decentralized finance is just an amazing way to really just put your capital to work, and not just put your capital to work, but to also understand what other projects are working on. Oops, sorry, dropped that. To also interact with the blockchain to become more comfortable, right, with using the blockchain. All right. So, and like I said, we're gonna do this in small steps because even though I may learn new information quickly, and I have a strong passion for innovative technology, I had to come to the realization that most people don't have the time to put in to researching all of these different tokens, all of these different projects. They don't have the time to set up ASICs, right, to mine and secure the blockchain and see how that works. They don't have the time to go through the fundamentals or the technicals and decide which protocol project that they would want to invest their time and capital in. And as a full-time or part-time trader and part-time miner, right, I do have that time. And with that time, I've gained massive amount of information. So it is my responsibility to share that with all of you. And I need to stop being selfish. So this is my video coming out and saying, hey, I'm sorry for being selfish. I'm sorry for not sharing this knowledge with you sooner and better. And as a content creator, as a business owner, as a researcher, as a developer, as a trader, as a miner, as a fellow peer, I will no longer keep this from you. And I will share with you some ways that we can use this new technology to help us enhance our mindset. Because I know it sounds cheesy and cliche, and most people want to stay away from that. But to interact with the blockchain will require you to enhance the way you look at your capital, at your finances, at your money, right? It begins with understanding that this is a tool that we can use to help us earn more. But it's not just a tool that can help us earn more. It's also a tool to show your support in real world use cases. Blockchain is a peer to peer global ecosystem. It's based off of collaboration and incentivized behavior. And we can use the blockchain to help others enhance themselves to a new version, a different version, and enhanced version of themselves to begin the steps, to begin the journey towards a stronger financial foundation. So DeFi, yield farming, DeFi stands for decentralized finance. You'll hear people talking about yield farming and yield farming strategies. And there are different type of strategies when it comes to farming. And there are different blockchains that you can use to yield farm. One of the blockchains that I like to use is Solana, Ethereum, Polygon, just to name a few. We have the ability to launch the app and read the documents. And you can see that it's built on Solana. Currently, right now, we have some numbers that's changing, and it looks like it's currently increasing as I'm talking with all of you right now. And this is currently the total trade-in volume that's being transacted in Radium on the Solana blockchain. And then here to the left, this is the TVL, also known as the total value locked. And in this video, I'm not going to go into all of that right now, but I will quickly share with you the importance of these two numbers. So the total trade-in volume is letting us know how much is currently being transacted. But the number, a massive number, I'm looking at here. I don't even want to attempt to say, what is that, 54 billion? Is it right? It's a massive amount. $54 billion has traded right through this decentralized application. And currently we have 36 million that's locked right now in the application, decentralized application, also known as a DApp, DAPP, decentralized application. And the suite of features powering the evolution of DeFi on Solana, well, what can we do with Radium? Well, we can trade, right, or swap your tokens quickly and cheaply. We can yield, right, also known as yield farming, okay, DeFi, decentralized finance. So you can earn yield through fees and yield farms. Okay, so you may see videos coming out about farming strategies. And then we have a pool, not a swimming pool, right? We're not diving off the high dive, but these pools have liquidity, and these liquidity for these SPL tokens, we can use that to add liquidity to the farms for people to farm on, right? And then so Radium provides this ecosystem-wide liquidity for users and projects. It's permissionless. They have some pretty decent prices when it comes to swaps. And then we also have the order book. So while we wait for this app to load, there's something else I want to show you guys. Token metrics is another tool that I use and that we use in generating our insight reports for our community members. And this really helps people to have one location when it comes to fundamentals and technicals. And it uses AI analytics in just, it's so fantastic to use this platform. If you're someone that's focused on, you know, undervalued projects, if you're looking for some analytical information to support your decision, to help with confidence in making a trade, and whether you are a trader or an investor, Token Metrics has a stand-up team and founder. Ian Bellina has done an amazing job with this tool. I'm a lifetime affiliate partner with Token Metrics. I've been supporting token metrics since the beginning. I have his book. I invested into his book, and I've been using this platform for a very long time, for years now. And I've slowly talked about it on my channel, but I really haven't given it like my 100% focus in content creation, because I really wanted to just use the application to its full advantage and see if it's really as valuable as I'm thinking it is, right? Is this something that the everyday person could use? Or is it just made for, I don't know, new hedge fund, future billionaires or millionaires in the new Web3 digital asset ecosystem, right? Is it only for those people or the traders or investors? Or is this something that anyone and everyone can really use? And I wholeheartedly believe that this is a platform that everyone that is interested in leveling up in this space should really use this to their advantage. And another place that I use and go to for a lot of information is Masari. Masari provides more in-depth information when it comes to analytics, right? So this is what goes into our insight reports. If you head to w3mct.com and you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see a little snippet here of our insight report and kind of like what it looks like. All right, so when we create our insight reports, we'll list out our agenda and some of the things that we're going to be discussing. So in this last insight report, we said, hey, we want to welcome and introduce everybody to W3MCT. We want to discuss why security matters. We're going to go into private keys and wallet setup. What is a hardware wallet? We'll have some live demonstrations, and then we'll offer out an opportunity for anyone that's interested in joining the community. And when we welcome you to W3MCT, this is the boring stuff, right? It's the boring, valuable stuff that really goes into truly understanding why I make the trades that I do make, why I may be invested in certain projects over another. And I'm not just shooting from the hip here, throwing shit on the wall and seeing what sticks, right? That may work for you. You may like that. But I want to put my capital in quality use cases. And I also want to make sure that my capital is going to a project that is going to actually focus on providing a solution to the ecosystem. I don't want to fund a project that could potentially have the founders, involved in things that doesn't align with my current values, morals, and standards as a person. There are certain projects out there that the founders are involved in, firearms and weapons and or scamming or just frauding or different kinds of businesses or just or products that that I don't use or I don't agree with, right? I don't want to just put my capital because people are like, oh, this is going to the moon and I want to be part of it, when the founders or the group or the creator of that token is literally focused on rugging the community, right? And they have a history of rugging And they're just looking to just take advantage of everybody. Like, I don't want to be a part of that, and I don't care if I could have made $1 million off the deal. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want my capital a part of it. And that's just me, right? And that's me. And if you want to be part of and you don't care, that's on you, and that's perfectly fine, right? I'm not here to judge or say my way is better than your way or your way. I'm not That's not what this is. That's not what I'm saying. I just want you guys to understand that when I'm making a selection, right, there are certain set of criterias that I need to check off. And if I check off those boxes, it allows me to rest my head and sleep at night knowing that I'm not supporting something I don't agree with, right? The last thing I want to do is put my capital in a project and inadvertently support, something negative. And that's not what I want to be involved in when it comes to blockchain technology. So it's become a mission of mine to just say, you know what? Because there are so many different projects, there's so many different tokens, there's so many there's just massive of amount of, various opportunities on the blockchain. But the one thing that is in common with everyone across the board is digital asset wallets, right? Our mobile wallets, web-based wallets, and cold storage, either hot wallets or cold wallets, right? That is across the board. Everyone will need to have one to be able to interact with the blockchain. And if you're interested in truly, being part of that next potential 10,000x, 1,000x, or 100x, whatever project that you're in, right? We want to talk about what steps you need to take so you are securing your digital assets, you're securing your funds, and you don't need to worry about any potential vulnerabilities with your holdings. Okay, so we're gonna go into that a little bit more. But when it comes to setting up the insight reports, right, we go and we use the information. Thankful to Masari and to Token Metrics to really help us give you everything you need so you can make the best possible decision um, when it comes to allocating your capital on in this ecosystem, in this space. And one of the things that we saw and why I enjoy Solana, unfortunately, with the whole FTX debacle and Sam, SBF and what he's done, uh number one, right, I know what I just said about not allocating my funds to certain things, blah blah blah, right? So Solana, the blockchain, right, that's not FTX. FTX is an exchange. SBF is a person, right? And I never use FTX, okay? And I never put my capital into that. And the reason why I, and luckily, but in this, hindsight's 2020, and people may believe this or not, but if you go through my channels, you check out my old videos, you'll see me talking about this before. And I was saying, look, FTX, there's something about it. I don't like it. I don't know. They're moving really fast. That where they get all these funds from. How all of a sudden are they like the household name when there are some real quality projects in this ecosystem that's not getting any attention at all, right? You got something like, and I say Litecoin is the best kept secret of this ecosystem, and I really mean that when I say that, right? And the reason why I say that Litecoin is the best kept secret is because the the technology in Litecoin is really exactly what most businesses will need to transact and interact using the blockchain, and allowing their customers to have options, right? To have options when it comes to transacting their business. So on my Shopify store, we added the ability for people to purchase using Litecoin, right? So I maybe I got it all wrong, right? and but anyway, like when you purchase from digital domain dot store, right? You're helping me out. You're helping me out, and you're helping me become an organic and authentic, you know, voice of reason and just knowledge and opportunity for people, right? I'm not here to sell you on anything that I don't do myself. I'm not trying to sell you on things that I don't believe in, right? I'm only selling you on things that I've actually purchased myself, on things that I'm actually using myself, that has helped me to level up, right? That's all. That's all it comes down to. And if you agree with that, right? And you want to help, the positive, the people in the world that's actually trying to share positivity with the world, right? We need a louder voice. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of FUD. There's a lot of fear. There's just a lot of negativity being shared in the world. And the voices of positivity, we need your support. And we need to speak on how we can really use this new technology to help us um reach a point in our lives that we're no longer chasing money and going to jobs we don't like and working for bosses that are rude and mean to us, and missing your children's, soccer game or basketball game or football game because you couldn't get off of work, right? Or not being able to take your family on vacation because you didn't have enough vacation days, right? Or not being able to work on a passion project, right? Because all of your time is going somewhere else and you just don't have the time for yourself. And people will tell you, hey, you know what you need to do? You need to learn how to manage your time, right? You need to learn how to fix and manage your time. But that's not what it is. You don't need to learn how to manage your time. You need to start creating time for what and who and why and for the life that you want to really live. And blockchain can help you get there. Blockchain can help you live a life where you're focused on passion projects. Like, seriously, like actually focus where imagine, seriously, for just a quick second, right? Imagine a day where you wake up and you wake up just, you wake up, look at the blinds, the sun is about to come up, the sunshine and the warmth from the sun hits the window and slowly touches your skin, and you feel energized. And you feel just this warmth surge through your body. And then all of a sudden, you look at your phone, you look at your watch, and you say, "Oh man, I gotta go. Oh, I hate going to that job. Or I hate doing this. Why can't, right? You immediately lose. You lose that authentic, organic, childlike energy, that natural gift from the world, right? You lose that. So imagine waking up and saying to yourself, wow, I get to work on my art. I get to go to the gym. I get to go for a walk with my dog and actually walk and not feel rushed. I get to go get in my car, go for a nice drive, maybe stop by and get some coffee or some tea, stop by a family member and just say hi, say I love you, give them a hug, come back to the house, clean up, and say, man, what am I going to do today? What can I do for myself today? Right? And then so you say, well, how am I supposed to do that? I need to make money. I can't just do that. I need to make money. I have to go to work. I got bills to pay. We can't live in dreamland. And many of us, we're stuck. We're stuck. We're stuck. And we're constantly in a rush trying to figure out how to get ahead. But for whatever reason, you just can't. And you're stuck. And then you feel like a hamster in a wheel. You're just constantly going through the motions. This technology can allow people to have passion projects again, to create time again, to obtain ownership over oneself again. One of the ways is learning how to use the blockchain to yield farm or to set up a small mining facility or to learn how to trade or simply to change careers and get in a remote gig, or maybe imagine a future where you can own real estate in a click of a button, and all of those tenants that have to pay their bills, pay the landlord, right? And you get to own some real estate and receive some drips, some small drips of rental income. And then you can slowly build up your property ownership. And those small drips can be, can start off like $1 to $3 to $9 to $50 to 75 to 100 to 200 to 300 to 500 to 1,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 to 15,000 to 20 to 30 to 50. Yeah, it's possible. Or you can just say, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to continue working, but now I'm going to just learn how to use my funds a little bit different. When I get my check, I'm going to pay myself. I'm going to invest. And after I pay myself and invest, and then I pay the bills. And then whatever you have after the bills, you reinvest. Not financial advice. But the wealthy, they've created a standard for themselves. And that standard is we must put our capital to work at all times. You see, the mindset of saving is kind of counterintuitive and a double-edged sword. See, when it comes to saving $10, you say, I'm going to save this $10. And you take that $10 and you hide it in your mattress, or you put it in your pocket, or you put it in the savings account, right? And you say, I'm going to save this $10. But your mind is saying you better save that $10 because you don't know when you're going to make another 10. That's what you say to yourself, right? You say to yourself, I don't trust myself in making money. So I need to save the money that I just made because I don't think I can make money again in the future. You say to yourself, I don't think I can make $10 again. And because I can't make $10 tomorrow, I must save my $10 today. And while you save that $10 today, everyone else says, hey, give me some of that 10. You owe me $1. You owe me $2. Hey, that's a nice jacket for $3. Wow, I'm hungry. That's $4. Hey, can I have $1? Hey, can I have $1? And next thing you know, you're like, man, where's that $10 that I said I was going to save? So then the cycle begins again, and you go back and you say, hey, I must earn my $10 again because the one that I was saving, unfortunately, there was some emergency that I needed to use it. And because I used it, my $10 is gone. And now I need to go back and make my $10 again. And then you make that $10 again and you say, hey, this time is going to be different. I'm going to take this $10 and I'm going to put it into an account. I'm going to put it in my pocket. I'm going to put it under my mattress and no one's going to touch it this time. But then all of a sudden you wake up the next day and you have a flat tire. You have a flat tire and you're like, damn, that's $8. And now you left with two. You have $2 left, and then you say, shit, man, I wanted to save my $10. I really wanted to save my $10 this time, but then there was an emergency. But man, oh man, thank God I had the savings account, because if I didn't have that savings account, I wouldn't have been able to pay for that flat tire. Wrong. Because if you would have made an opportunity and you would have took that $10 and you said, hey, this $10, I'm going to put it in an investment, and this $10 is now working for me, right? But then you say, whoa, hey man, what about that flat tire? Well, guess what? That flat tire is there, and then you say to yourself, man, I need to go make $10 to change my tire. And what do? You magically find a way to make an extra $10 to pay for that tire. And that tire gets fixed, and while you found a new way to make more $10, the first $10 is still working for you. And then you go back and you look at that 10 and you said, hey, that 10 is now 15. Wow. You made 5. Man, I'm gonna leave that, and now that 15, I'm gonna keep it in there instead of taking that 5. And you take that 15 and you put it back in. You put it back in, and that 15 becomes 20. And it's not doubling, but it's a small drip. Maybe the next time it becomes 20, you put in that 20 and you do it again, and that 20 becomes 25. And the meanwhile, that is just recycling and compounding on itself. And in the time that you're sitting there waiting for new opportunities, you say to yourself, wow, man, a year later, that $10 has grown to 100. Whoa, what just happened? That $10 decision has now made you money. So you say, wow, you know what? Instead of $10 this time, I'm going to do 1,000. And that 1,000 goes in and it cycles again. You make your returns and it compounds again. And next thing you say, that 1,000 doubles 1, 2. You have 2 at the end of the next year. This is building wealth for yourself and for your family. You are so intelligent, so smart, that I promise you, you can make that $10 again. And if you don't know how to make a new $10, because you say, well, hold on, man, where am I getting this 10? Because I went to work and I got my check and I had to pay the car, I had to pay the electric, I had to pay the gas, I had to get the food, I needed to do this, that, and that, and this, and that, and this, and that, and then I'm zero again. And I get it. And I get it. And that is the cycle that most of us live in. But we must find a way to create the time and put our funds into opportunities to grow for us. So while you're working and while you're hustling and while you're looking for new opportunities, you've invested over here to the left. You invested to the left and it's growing by itself. You go back and you take a look and you say, man, oh man, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad I made that decision. I'm so glad I listened. I'm so glad I made a change. I'm so glad I took action. I'm so glad I decided to change the cycle. In this world, there are massive amount of opportunities, but we weren't told how to put our capital to work. We weren't told to look at the dollar bill, to look at the quarter, to look at the coins as a tool. We didn't know, and it's okay. But if you watch this video, now you do know. And there are a few ways that you can put your capital to work. Number 1, you can invest in businesses. Number 2, you can invest in real estate. Number 3, you can invest in yourself. Start there and see where it goes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for this video. Thank you for being here. I hope you like it. I hope you learned something. If you're interested in getting a hardware wallet, please go ahead, scroll down, and click on any of the SafePal links here. You can scroll down, click on the SafePal link. It's going to bring you to my affiliate link page. And on the affiliate link page, you will see this screen will come up and it will allow you to go ahead and select the product you like. They have different type of wallets. They have the app, the extension, the S1, S1 Pro, and X1. I have all of them, but the S1 Pro is a nice one right now. It's just a new model. It's a little bit more expensive, but you don't need to get the S1 Pro. If you want, you can easily just get the regular one, the S1. It starts at $49.99. It's super affordable, and it will allow you to secure your digital assets. My name is Simon. This is W3MCT, and in this video, I just wanted to share some of the ways that you can start thinking about opportunities. Those opportunities come in various ways, in various forms. And one of the things that you can do, and if you're interested in learning more, continue to watch and subscribe to this channel. We're going to talk maybe about W3 training, right? So W3MCT, MCT stands for marketing, collaboration, and training. And the T in training can go into a lot of different things, but one of the areas that I'm involved in is Web3 development programming. So the next video, we're going to go over the introduction to roll-ups and layer twos. We're gonna pretty much go over, thanks to Learn Web3. We're gonna use this this article here. It's an introductory course about, about layer twos and rollups and why this is important to the Ethereum blockchain and why you should know about it. So if you want to watch that video, please subscribe to the channel. Promise you, you're going to enjoy the content from now on and what we're doing here. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being awesome. I couldn't do this without you. If you enjoyed it, let me know. If you hated it, let me know. Either way, let me know. All right, Joe. I'll catch you guys on the next one.